Before we start the preview, I just want to say a massive thanks for hitting 200 subscribers, and then also the few extra subscribers I've gained over the past few weeks. It's much appreciated, and if you could leave a like, comment or subscribe, even dislike the video if you feel like it would be great, because it's all feedback and it's all interaction. So thanks again and enjoy the preview.
It's so black and white for me, baby. It's so black and white for me now. It's so black and white for me. It's so black and white for me now.
It's been an incredible night of action.
Back again for another one of these videos, this time for the Queen of the South v DAFC match preview. Starting off with the opponent's Queen of the South. In the previous league game they managed a 0-0 draw away to Inverness. In their most recent game, however, they played Montrose in the Ironbrew Cup, going through to the next round after a 3-1 win. Talking of the Ironbrew Cup, if you haven't seen my video on the Ironbrew Cup and my thoughts on it, click the link in the top right corner now. Thanks for that. Back to the preview. Queen's manager Gary Naismith spoke after the side's 3-1 win last week. He said, "We're not a good enough group of players or management to turn the tap on when we want. If we had played a team in our own league, we probably wouldn't have gotten back into the game today." Gary went on to talk about this Saturday's game. "We don't fear Dunfermline, but they do carry a lot of threats and we'll treat them with respect. We've slipped a bit in the league recently. It's important we finish the first quarter strongly." In terms of injuries for Queen of the South, they seem to only have one player in doubt for Saturday, that being striker Chris Kane, whose fitness was being assessed ahead of Saturday's game. Now on to the Pars. After last weekend's loss in the Ironbrew Cup at the hands of Falkirk, that makes it now 2 straight losses after 2 impressive consecutive 3-0 wins. Alan Johnson can be positive about his squad this week though, as he is due to have big players back in the squad. Callum Morris and Ryan Williamson ready to slot back into defence, and Fraser Aird and Callum Smith perhaps in more attacking areas. In terms of injuries, the squad is looking a bit tight, with Michael Payton, Joe Cardle and David Hopkirk all currently out for a few weeks yet, and with Dean Shields currently suspended after his red card against Falkirk, the midfield is looking extremely light. Alan Johnson spoke ahead of the game saying, "The players who were away will make a huge difference to us. They just carry that extra bit of quality. It'll be good to see some of our ex-players play for Queens, but the priority is putting in a good performance and getting the 3 points." Last time out at Palmerston against Queen of the South, we ran out 1-0 winners courtesy of a lucky header from Nicky Clark on the last day of last season. The lineup for Saturday is tricky to pick in some areas due to injury. I'd go with Murdoch in goals, Morris and Williamson back into defence alongside Ashcroft and Talbot. The midfield is very hard for me to pick. I was tentative about breaking up the right wing partnership of Higgy and Williamson, but I feel we may need to. Aird goes in at right mid, whilst Higgy moves over to the left, with Splain coming into midfield alongside Nat due to the suspension of Shields. The strikers were tricky to choose as well. I'd always play McManus due to his tireless work rate, and don't really want to see him stuck out on the left wing like he has been in previous weeks. Clark could perhaps do with a spell on the bench, but I don't think it's very likely that will happen. Smith is a good impact player, so at least we'll always have that option, as well as Andy Ryan to come off the bench. My score prediction is goals again. I'm thinking the result could be a 2-2 draw, but fingers crossed we can keep 1 or 2 out at the back and make it a 2-1 win and an important 3 points to set us back on good form. And that's the match preview. Obviously, this is an important game for us. We need the 3 points really. We need to be picking up the good form again after 2 straight losses. Games against teams like St Mirren and teams like that, obviously we did well at home against them. The only team that we didn't really do well against obviously is Dundee United, and especially away from home, which is coming up in the next quarter after the Queen of the South game. We really do need to be putting in good performances and making sure that we do get the 3 points and put a marker down away from home, as well as doing it on our own turf, because obviously we can play well at home, but it means nothing if you can't have good away form, because whilst winning all your home games would put you in good stead for a playoff place, you do need to start winning away games as well, and it has to be against the teams that are in and about you. And so far we've beaten none of the teams that are in and around us away from home, obviously because we've not played any of the big boys away from home yet, but hopefully we can get a win against Queens this weekend, back at home against Livingston the week after, and then away to one of the supposed big boys in Inverness the week after, and then back to Falkirk at the start of November. So, as I said, please leave your kind of interaction with this video. I'm not too fussed if it's a like, a dislike, a comment or a subscribe. All of it's appreciated. At the end of the day, it lets me know how you are enjoying the content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on Sunday with the matchday vlog. Cheers guys.